Hello, hello, welcome. This is Helen Amory after a very wonderful week of the Enlightenment Summit. We've had absolutely incredible feedback from people, just literally blown away by the quality of the speakers, the way that the journey was curated across the six themes, the beauty of having that community space to be able to engage together, and fundamentally all the fact that all of the content, all of the speakers, all of the modalities were just so seeped in love. There's been a real sense of that common theme through everything everybody was shared, which was all sharing, which was all about meeting ourselves with love as love. So it's been amazing. And thanks to that, on the back of that, lots of people have been in touch with questions about the next step, which is the Enlightenment event. So I'm here to answer some questions that have been coming through. And if you've got more questions, then please do let me know. And I will jump on another video with the next set of questions very soon. So let me start so you get everything you need to do what you want to do. So the first question, if I become a Wild Fig member, how do I pay for the Enlightenment event? So this question's because if you become a Wild Fig member, then you can get up to 50%, almost 50% off the Enlightenment event. So whereas the full price normally is 2,555, if you're a Wild Fig member, it's 1,333. And the monthly payment is normally 333 per month. If you become a Wild Fig member, it's 177. So you can see there's a lovely benefit to becoming a Wild Fig member, as well as, of course, all the amazing stuff you get in the membership. So the way it works is that you sign up on any level of membership with the Wild Fig community, and then I will make sure that you get the payment links you need. So those links are understandably within the community. And to make it easy for you, I'll just drop you a message once you're in there, and you'll get the two options of payment link, either the pay in full with the one-off payment of 1,333, or you choose the pay monthly, which is the 177 per month. Okay, so if all that makes sense, I will put a link below to be able to join the community itself. Next one, do I need to be at all the calls live? No, you don't. So at the start of each month, I'll be doing a setup call, a kind of context call, what's coming up, how you get the most from it, all that kind of stuff. And that's most likely always going to be at currently planning 1 o'clock on a Wednesday, on the first Wednesday of the month, for probably an hour to 90 minutes, depending on how many people are there and how many questions there are. So kind of 1 till 2:30. I might do some later, depending how we go with time zones of the people who join. I might mix that up and change that around again, depending on who comes. But currently they're planned for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, UK time. The speakers workshops then, so weeks 2 and 3, are when you get a Wednesday call, which is for that speaker's tool, technique, modality, approach, understanding, whatever it is they're bringing. That 90-minute workshop is at a time that the speakers have chosen for themselves. Again, which obviously is dependent on their time zone, because our friend Nicola Lipscomb, who's in Australia, wouldn't really want to be up in the middle of the night to do her session. So, so the speakers are choosing their own times to do their workshops at. So therefore, those times are at different times of the day. Some are in the morning, some are in the afternoon, some are in the evening. So most likely, not everybody will be able to make every single one. If you can, then amazing, but it's very unlikely that everybody will. So it's totally cool that you're going to catch some on the recording. And then you've got the community space to be able to stay in connection. And then the fourth call is the Q&A call for that month. So it's the kind of open space to kind of bring whatever has been coming up for you, to ask questions, to share. And a really helpful part of the process in terms of processing, integrating, clarifying. So those will sometimes be at different times as well. Again, so sometimes speakers are joining for that call whenever they can, and therefore the time can vary if there's time zone stuff or other commitments going on. So what I'm going to do is create an overall planner. I've already created one which has all the dates on. and I'll put the link to that below as well. But I'm going to do one that also has all the times of the calls as far as we know them right now, at least, so that you can see where they are. But for all of these, it's really okay if you can't make it live. Of course, it's wonderful if you can, because then it's a much richer experience for you and for us. You know, there's definitely no point the speakers doing and the experts doing their workshops to an empty room. So really, really do make the effort to come live when you can, but it's totally fine to get the recordings as well. And because we're in a community space, it means that you can ask questions ahead of a session or in a follow-up to a session, which actually connects to one of the other questions, which was, is there a way to stay connected between the set calls and workshops? So yes, absolutely. It's hosted in a community space, so you'll get access to all the recordings of all the calls, and then we've got space to be able to comment on those, as well as a general discussion space as well. So plenty of opportunity to connect to your experts for that month, to connect to me, to connect to each other, all beautifully housed in that community space so that we can all stay in it and journey through it all together. So yes, absolutely, that is available. So the next one, oh, I've kind of covered that. The next one was going to be what times are the calls. So yeah, times, I will get something sorted that illustrates that so you can see what time they are. But as I said before, they are all various times because we're covering all sorts of different time zones. So just trust that, primarily, just trust that you're going to be able to get to the ones that are right for you to be live at, and all the others you'll catch up with on recordings. Next question then. If I only want 1 month, how do I join that? So because you can either join the full 9 months, and you can do that either as a one-off payment or you can do it as a pay monthly to spread the cost. That's one option, do the whole thing. The other option is you join as and when you want to. So some people who've been in the Enlightenment Summit have said, yeah, do you know what? I really want to come to the emotional and physical months, for example. So they're only going to be jumping in to join for April and May. Let's figure out when everything is. So if they were doing the emotional and physical, they're going to come for April and May for those 2 months. So for that circumstance, you just join at the month that you want to join for. What we're going to be doing is opening and closing the doors. So you'll come when the doors are open for April, you come in, you stay with us for April and May, and then before you reach your next payment date in May, you leave and you're done, you're complete. And then if you wanted to come back again, let's say you wanted to come back in September to do the reconnection calls with all the themes, then when we open the doors in September, you come in, you join us for September, and perhaps by that point you go, actually, do you know what? I'm going to stay for October as well. And so you stay for October and then you're complete and you can leave again. So it's very much once you're in, you choose when you rejoin and when you leave. But in order to get in the first place, you just wait for that month opening. When the doors open for that month, then that's when you go in. So the doors are currently open for February. Then we'll be closing them and then reopening them again in the first week of March so that people can join for March. So yes, so if you're just joining for 1 month or a few months, whichever pattern they are across the 9 months, you just join at the point you want to come in. I mean, you can join sooner. It just means you'll pay more money because the payments are on a subscription basis. So once you start paying, the payments come out monthly on an automatic basis. So yeah, so that's yeah. So once you come in, that starts, and there's no refunds. There's no, oh, I didn't mean to. It's like, once you've joined, the money starts paying and it comes out monthly. So you want to join for the month that that you want to be in for. And actually, just to highlight that, there are no refunds for this program. The reason for that is, this isn't like mean Helen not doing refunds. This is because I want you to really think and be really clear and aligned in yourself that this is right for you. So that you know that if for some reason you choose to leave later, then you go, well, it's okay. I made the aligned choice at the time. Something's changed. I'm now leaving. That's it. But equally, even if you were to join before your month, which ends up meaning you have two payments covering 1 month, then that's how it is. And bear in mind actually with that as well, once you're in, you have access to all the content. So it's not segmented. If you come in for March, you're not just held in March. You actually get access to all the content. So if you did accidentally cover and end up paying for 2 months worth of time, well, make the most of it. Enjoy all the extra content that's in there. Like, yeah, go for your life. But yeah, so the point was make the choice that's right for you. There are no refunds. It's going to just be you pay, the payments start based on the date that you joined and recur on that on a monthly basis until you step away and leave. And then you can come back again, and then you could leave again, and then you could come back again, and you get my drift. You get my drift. Right, what else do I need to answer? Done the times, done that. So the last one, if I join the Enlightenment event, do I keep the Enlightenment Summit? And absolutely. So there is the option to pay and buy the Enlightenment Summit on its own for £77. Or if you've upgraded to the Enlightenment event, then the summit is automatically included. So not only do you still have access to both the spaces in the Enlightenment Summit, you'll also get those recordings really convenient for you within the months for the respective themes, so they're dead handy there as well, next to the context call by me, next to the workshops by the speakers. So you've got like all the ways to stay connected to that summit content. So yes, if you join the event, automatically you get the summit as well. So thank you for all these questions so far. Keep them coming if there's anything that's not clear for you so I can help you out and answer them for you. And I really look forward to seeing you there. Lots of love.